Conservative leader Praill is going to be making an announcement later this morning here in the GTA. Praill scheduled to meet in Brampton at 9:45, where he's expected to make an announcement about housing. That starts in about 5 minutes from now. Now, this comes less than a week before MPs return to Parliament, and on the same day that Federal Housing Minister Gregor Robertson is set to make an announcement on affordable housing in Alberta. And here we are, less than a week now before the fall session of Parliament begins. Liberal MPs are gathering for a 3-day retreat in Edmonton, and CTV's Colton Praill. He's in Ottawa this morning. He's live with a bit of a preview on this caucus retreat and what we could see from this. Colton, good morning.
Good morning, Nick. Lots to cover in this session of Parliament for the Liberals in the housing front. They want to launch Build Canada Homes. They want to unveil some of these major projects that they've been talking about for so long. The first of those expected to come relatively shortly, some potentially even before the House of Commons, which opens up on next Monday. On top of that, though, the federal budget is coming, and that's going to be the biggest thing that this government has to deal with this session of Parliament. The finance minister is meeting with the heads of caucuses at this retreat. He's already had the feedback from what their ridings and their residents, what they'd like to see happening across the country. He's also going to be meeting while he's in Edmonton with energy executives throughout Alberta. That's going to be a big part to play in Canada's financial situation. This government has been pretty clear, and we've heard recently in interviews with European Parliament members that there is a business case for oil and gas to be making its way to Europe. Is that something that this government looks at? That's the kind of conversation that's going to have to happen in this government, especially since, as we learned yesterday, so far there has not been a proponent pitching an oil pipeline to the West Coast, which would mean it would be on government to move forward with it if they decided to do so. Now, on top of that, there is much more to cover. Crime is going to be a big one. The Liberals have promised a new bail and sentencing law that they plan to bring in this session of Parliament. We already know that the Conservatives and Praill have said that's going to be one of the key things that they focus on in this session of Parliament. The other one is going to be jobs and affordability. We know that the Conservatives are going to go hard on that. Youth unemployment is something they've talked about a lot. It's going to be something that the Liberals have to prepare for, and there's no better place to do that when all of them are gathered in the same place in Edmonton over the next couple of days as they discuss that and much more. Nick, it's all about preparations for this upcoming session of Parliament. And the other one that we didn't mention, but that is dating back to the spring, equally big, don't forget about that strong borders bill, C2, that Mark Carney promised. It's very controversial, still hasn't been passed. It'll be coming back in this session of Parliament as well. Expect the government to take a decent amount of heat over that.
Yeah, 6 days away from the return of Parliament. That's Colton Praill in Ottawa teeing it up for us. Colton, thanks so much. We'll talk soon.